Hi, my name is Johnny Rodriguez Barmentino, and welcome to the OCM Channel. Today, I want to take a moment to share something deeply personal. The story of how OCM started. But more than that, I want to share the journey that led me here. The dreams, the visions, the confirmations that made it clear that this mission was from God. This journey didn't just start with a plan or a strategy. It started with a dream. For years, even before the year 2020, I had been receiving these recurring dreams. They started small, but over time they became bigger and clearer. The dreams always pointed towards one thing, that I needed to use my skills to reach the masses and share the good things I have learned about God. But the dreams weren't random. They weren't just thoughts in my head. Because along the way, I started receiving visions, confirmations that these dreams were from God. You know how in the Bible, Scripture confirms Scripture? That's exactly how these visions work. They affirmed that what I was seeing in my dreams wasn't just imagination. It was God's calling. Then, in the year 2020, I received a warning. A message that in 4 years' time, I would need to be ready for the mission, and that something big was going to happen. At the time, I didn't fully understand what it meant, but the dreams started to get even clearer. In these dreams, I was leading a group. We were driving along a long road, the ground a deep red earth, and we were going from one community to another. We weren't just visiting, we were building relationships, sharing the good news about God, and connecting people back to the church. In some places, we were helping establish home churches. In others, we were pitching up a large tent, a gathering place for worship and community outreach. This was the mission. This was OCM before it had a name. Between the years of 2020 and 2024, I kept on praying for clarity. And in the year 2022, I received another warning. This time telling me in 2 years' time, I needed to be ready. I knew something was coming, but doubts started creeping in. I began questioning, am I really hearing from God? Is this really what I'm supposed to do? So I prayed again. I asked God for confirmation. And then one night, in a random, unexpected dream, Jesus appeared. It was mid-dream when I encountered Jesus. The setting was like those from the old American Western movies with the cowboys and the railroad. I was chasing some bandits on a moving steam train, and in a confrontation we accidentally blew a large hole on the side of one of the carts we were in. The bandits took off through the hole and climbed up onto the roof of the train carts. I go to give chase, and as I make my moves to reach up to grab something to pull me up onto the roof, out on the side of the cart, there was Jesus, just hanging out there on the side of the cart near the hole where I was. It was a quick encounter, and he spoke directly to me. What I remember from that encounter was Jesus confirmed that what I have been seeking was indeed the preparation was to do with the mission to the Outback. I woke up immediately. It was still dark. I turned to my wife, woke her up, and I told her right then and there, I just got the confirmation. It's the mission to the Outback. That's what we're preparing for. The year 2024 finally arrived. And when it did, I finally understood what the big thing I had been warned about really was. It was losing my job. It was going through a season of complete upheaval. It was God removing distractions and saying, it's time to refocus. At first, I didn't see it that way. Losing my job was one of the hardest things I ever went through. But looking back now, I can see what God was doing. If I had stayed in that job, I wouldn't have had the time, energy, or focus to pour into my theology studies, the very thing that's preparing me for this mission. And I wouldn't have had the time to build OCM, the mission God had been showing me for years. Everything started to make sense. God had been preparing me for this moment for years. The dreams, the visions, the warnings, they all pointed to this mission. And now, with my focus clear, I can finally step into it fully. And that's where we are today. This mission isn't just me. It's bigger than me. And I believe that if God has called me to it, He will provide a way forward. And I want to invite you to be part of that journey. Pray for this mission as it continues to develop. Share OCM with others who might want to get involved. And if you feel led, support however God places on your heart, whether through encouragement, resources, or connections. Together we can bring hope to the Outback. I truly appreciate everyone who has encouraged and supported me along the way. Even though this mission is in its early stages, I know God is leading the way. If you want to stay updated, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon and selecting all. That way you don't miss anything that's get uploaded to the channel. And follow along as we make the next few steps together. Thank you for being part of this journey. God bless and take care.
OCM Outback Community Mission.